This smells like you're walking into a coffee shop. What's the best way to add coffee flavor to mead? I've long said that whole bean coffee in secondary is the way to go to get the perfect coffee flavor in a mead. But am I wrong? I've never asked that question before. Well, today we're gonna find out. This video is sponsored by ecozy. More about them in a bit. To put this to the test, I wanted to try the 4 most common ways of adding coffee flavor to mead: whole bean, grounds, cold brew, and espresso. And so to do that, I had to make 4 different batches of mead with 4 different ways of adding coffee. And that's where our sponsor, ecozy, comes in. Big shout out to ecozy for making this video possible and for sending along this espresso machine so we could put real, solid espresso to the test in a mead. When I get a product from a sponsor, I like to put it through its paces. And so yes, I used this machine to do the espresso mead for this video, but I've also been using it exclusively to make my coffee for the last month. And I can tell you honestly, this has become one of my favorite devices in my house. This machine does espresso, both single or double shot. It does cold brew, including you can even put ice in the water tank in the back to make your cold brew even colder. Makes a fantastic Americano. It's got a built-in milk frother, it's got automatic cleaning, and it makes one hell of a cup of coffee. I love this machine. Now, it does have a few quirks, like it rumbles a lot when it makes a cup of coffee, and sometimes that can jiggle your glass across the machine. And so I would recommend putting it down on some sort of mat just to give it a little cushion while it's doing its work. And I've always been kind of intimidated about espresso machines. This one has been super chill. You put either 7 grams or 14 grams of fine ground coffee in it, click the thing in, it automatically sets the pressure and temperature for what you need, and you just let her rip. If you want to get one for yourself, there's a link in the description. I recommend it. I've been really, really pleased as someone who generally does pour over coffee. All of these meads were flavored in secondary. I didn't ferment any coffee for this. I only put them in secondary because I wanted that nice, gentle, consistent coffee flavor, and I used the same amount of coffee for all of them, 14 grams. So that's 14 grams pulled as a quadruple shot of espresso, 14 grams of cold brew, 14 grams of grounds, and 14 grams of whole bean. I wanted to make sure that my weights were consistent, so I also weighed out all of my honey and water to make sure these were exact batches. So let's take a look at how they were made. First thing we had to do was get our espresso machine out of the box. Fortunately, very little assembly required. Put the water tank on, got it plugged in, and then I ran some vinegar through it to clean it up. There was a little bit of a factory smell coming off of this thing, so I ran a couple tanks of vinegar and vinegar water through it to get it clean. Then I needed to pull a shot and give it a test, so I weighed out my 7 grams of espresso and popped it in the machine to pull a shot. There's something just like so magical about doing this at home. So next up we had to make some meads. This is 4 batches of mead made with wildflower honey, and again I weighed out all the ingredients so these were identical batches. I also used identical beans for this. I bought dark roast beans and ground them myself. So we had the whole bean, the coarse ground that was used for both the coffee grounds and the cold brew, and then the fine ground that was used for the espresso shots. I put a teaspoon of Fermade K in each batch, that's the yeast nutrient for our Uvafirm 43 wine yeast, and I put a half teaspoon of yeast in each batch. Then we got those under airlock and let them ferment. It took about 3 weeks for them to ferment and clear. After fermentation, it was time to make some cold brew, so 14 grams of ground coffee goes in for 18 hours in the fridge. And then the next day, we get it poured in to our finished mead. I've never been a big fan of cold brew coffee, so I was really curious how this one specifically was going to turn out. I'm always open to new ideas. Next up, we got our whole bean coffee into the second batch, and generally you don't want to leave that for more than 2 days. We followed up with our espresso shots. This is 14 grams of fine ground coffee And we pulled our first double shot and then ran another double shot through on the same grounds. And yeah, this one got a little foamy. Had to take it slow adding this in. Lastly, coarse ground coffee going right into secondary in our last batch. Each of these was allowed to sit for 2 days before we got them sweetened and bottled. I used a tablespoon of erythritol in each bottle to sweeten and 3/4 of a teaspoon of sugar to get them carbonated. It took about 3 weeks for them to carbonate in the bottles. So now that you've seen how they're made, let's compare the flavors. And we'll start with the espresso. I love a carbonated coffee session mead. Isn't she beautiful? My baby. The aroma of the coffee is relatively light. The mead itself is fruity with an exhale of roasted beans. You definitely get roasted coffee on the exhale. Yeah, it is a subtle background note of coffee. Slight bit of acidity. I didn't do anything to acid balance these, so all the acidity is coming from the coffee. But it's nice. It's not overwhelming, and it complements that gentle sweetness from the erythritol pretty well. I would say as far as roundness of flavor, this one is about maybe a 6, 7 out of 10. There are things that I want on the aroma side that I'm not getting, but flavor-wise, I feel like it's pretty well balanced. Coffee grounds. This one smells like burnt coffee. You know, like when you walk into a truck stop after like a long car ride and that smell of stale burnt coffee hits you? That's what's riding over the top of the glass here. Much bigger coffee flavor. A little bit of like a tart Folgers coffee. Yeah. The exhale reminds me of like that morning cup of coffee I get Christmas morning that my dad makes on like the drip machine. Really dense, really truck stop coffee flavor. It's quite a bit more acidic than the espresso mead. There are things I like about it. The depth and density I like a little bit more than the espresso, but that big punch of acid is distracting from the coffee flavor. Grounds, I'm giving maybe a 6 out of 10. Cold brew. Behind whole bean, I think cold brew is the thing that you see the most when people are giving recommendations for how to put coffee in mead. Cold brew is a gentler process. The acid extraction is lower. If you leave it for like 18 to 20 hours, you get a nice, rich, smooth flavor without too much bite. But I will say the aroma on it is pretty light. The aroma reminds me a whole lot about what I was getting from the espresso mead. It's big fruit. You get that fruity, nutty character from the coffee. Not any of that burned character that we're kind of getting here. Again, the aroma on it is light, but the coffee flavor is nice. You aren't getting a lot of the depth of the roast, though. I'm getting nuttiness more than I'm getting roasted coffee bean. I like the fruity flavor, but it's not giving coffee. It's giving cherry and stone fruit. So it doesn't read like a coffee mead to me, necessarily. 4 out of 10. All right, last up, whole bean. Professed to be my favorite. This smells like you're walking into a coffee shop. Really, really lovely. Still pretty darn good. It's got a holistic coffee flavor. You've got the fruit, which pairs nice with the honey, but you've got those roasted notes, almost chocolatey, smooth, almost buttery. Yeah, I mean, I think whole bean is where it's at. You're getting so much coffee aromatics, and you know, we kind of taste first with our nose. And so I'm getting big coffee flavor before I even sip it. And then that's accentuated by the actual flavor on my tongue. This is really nice. Now I want to do one quick experiment. I want to take the espresso and the whole bean and combine them. Because there are things I liked about the espresso that I think might pair well with the whole bean. I could see it working. Actually, yeah, I can see it working. I don't think that coffee grounds work well. I don't think cold brew achieves what you're going for if you're going for a coffee mead, but I think the cold brew turned out really an excellent mead, maybe just not an excellent coffee mead. I was getting so much fruit and stone fruit and peach pits and cherries, but not that roasty, lovely aromatic coffee that we're searching for. Combining the whole bean and the espresso gives you a more rounded coffee flavor. I don't necessarily know that you would want to do them one-to-one, but I can see a world where you do both. Maybe in a 1 gallon batch, you're looking at 2 ounces of whole bean and 4 shots of strong espresso, whereas here this was done as a quad shot. So it was 2 shots pulled and then water pushed through for another 2 shots. You know, these are such light coffee meads. And I think if you're really going for an intense coffee mead, doing the whole bean for aromatics and doing espresso for more of that roasty, deep, dark character might be the sweet spot for the perfect coffee infusion. If you don't have an espresso machine or the ability to make espresso at home, I still think whole bean is where it's at. You're not over extracting the fruitiness, you're not over extracting tannins and acids, and you're getting such a big front end aroma that it kind of completes the experience before you even sip it. So I'm still in camp whole bean, but I think a mix of espresso and whole bean could work. I am out on cold brew, and the coffee grounds one was really kind of gross. So do not recommend. If you enjoyed this video, I would love it if you became a member of the channel. There are no benefits other than supporting the work we do here at Doing the Most, so we really appreciate all the fine folks who support the channel, both on YouTube and Patreon. We have a Discord server with lots of helpful homebrewers, lots of mead makers, and it's just an incredible community of people who are super willing to help make your brews awesome. Join our Discord today. You won't regret it. Potentially. There is the meme economy on our Discord. Sorry, Frank. And again, if you want to pick up a relatively low cost but definitely worthwhile espresso machine, ecozy's got you covered. Check the link in the description and pick one up for yourself today. Until next time, happy homebrewing and cheers.
Homemade brews and various how-tos, everything from mead to roast, bake creation, fermentation, inebriation, doing the most.